I mean, you've done so much. Friends, The Office, Curb Your Enthusiasm. How was that?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Again, that was I shot it with Mel Brooks.
And you improvised the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah.
You came up with all this shit.
Yes.
What do they give you? What do they say before you do the scene?
Okay. So he just said you are a lesbian. You and your partner are having a baby that you've adopted from China. I'm going to come in and talk to you about baby names. I'm probably going to offend you, and I want you to respond to that. And I was like, okay. That's what Larry David.
Larry says it.
Larry says this to me. And there's also an outline. And so we come in. I'm so nervous.
But you don't have to memorize anything.
No. But that's even scarier because
it's all your words.
When you're terrified, it's hard to be funny, right? Unless you are feeling
confident.
Right.
And it's hard. It's a balance. You get confidence.
Larry does this. Just say a line right now and I'll be Larry David.
I hate peanuts.
Okay.
He'll do that look.
And Cheryl, okay, so cut to Cheryl Hines is my best friend, and I call her and I said, I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm fired. I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but I'm sure they're going to fire me. And she totally goes into hysterics. And she said, Rach, not hysterics. She'd be like, I wasn't hysterics. But starts laughing and says, everybody feels that way. She's like, that's just the look on Larry's face. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me this? She's like, well, you have to experience it for yourself and it's fine. And maybe you wouldn't get that look. But she's like, but that's how he processes things. She's like, trust me, I would have known by now if you weren't coming back. And I'm like, okay. So second day, Mel Brooks is in the scene. I play his assistant. He comes in and I can't even show, he touches my face, with his hands. He's in the middle of the scene. He's like, oh, Leslie, I think my name was. And he's like, touches my face. And then he sticks his leg back behind him. He's doing a L shape. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He's improvising and being hilarious. And I'm like, what is going on? But everybody starts dying and laughing. And it was amazing, seeing Larry working with Mel Brooks and laughing so hard, and Jeff Garlin, everybody was great. And then at the end of the day, we break for lunch. And I go up to him and I say, I just want to tell you what an honor and a privilege. I can't believe I got to shoot something with you. And I'm such a huge fan of your wife, Anne Bancroft, and the turning point. If we're talking about dramas, wow. And I said, and he was like, oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you so much. And I said, well, it was really nice. And I was wrapped and he gave me a kiss on the cheek and he said, I'll call you tonight. And then he turned around and walked away.
Brilliant. That is so brilliant.
Isn't that amazing?